starting off high.
We can get
I think
two fools agree on that one. Oh, by the way, look, we got the wide shot.
there was you had accountability. Now what I can
Now all you need is a podcast and a YouTube channel.
no, not even.
Where give me the money. Show me the money.
Apparently there's a Foolproof page.
Shoot the J. Shoot it. Live on Facebook.com/Foolproof Entertainment Network. I need you on Twitter. I need you to repost the Facebook pages.
To raise a human before I would
trust a human to raise back wolves.
Before I would trust a human to raise a wolf.
Right. I hear you. Yo, what up, fools? Welcome to another edition of Do Fools Agree. As always, I'm your host, Michael Reggie, here with my main man, Clifford Jordan Jennings.
What's happening?
What's that? How's that for an old school? Why not? Fuck you. You fucking no sell, no reaction. Son of a bitch.
I mean, I don't know what I was supposed to do there.
That's like in pro wrestling when the dude hits him and he just stands there like.
Well,
it's called a no sell, Cliff. That's called a no sell.
Should have hit me harder. You should have hit me harder.
You son of a bitch. What's going on, man?
No shit, what's happening?
Oh man.
I'm still tripping all over your naming of the episode.
Obscure Sports Quarterly.
Yeah, I don't know if that works. I don't know if you can use words like that nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's an actual that's an actual magazine.
No, that's not is it a porn?
No. I don't even know how that would translate into me. And usually I'll go down the porn rabbit hole with you, Cliff, but I'm not seeing it.
It's a magazine called Obscure Sports.
Yeah. Obscure Sports Quarterly. It's a quarterly publication.
Like, is the magazine about obscure sports, or is it just
it's
like
about
a
obscure
name?
sports. They reference it in fucking Dodgeball, the movie. Obscure Sports Quarterly on ESPN 8, the Ocho.
Okay. I must be missing out, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's just a magazine about the sports that they do.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess I'm just kind of bugged out because it had to be something that popped off back in the day, because that seems like something you could solve with a quick Google search, and I don't need the magazine.
Well, I'm sure the readership has gone way down, but I mean, when you think about it, like, and again, the reason that this was the topic for tonight was that a certain obscure sport popped into my reels, and I was just like, I cannot believe this shit. So what did I do?
Yeah.
I went and pulled the top 38 obscure sports, and you and I are going to talk about, what is the what's the efficacy of these sports? What do you prove if you win at these sports?
I mean, I looked through a list of some just to, try to do my due diligence.
I'm impressed. That's better than
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know where they got some of these. Like, I feel like when they let blacks in baseball, everybody just went off the handle.
once we let all of you join us in professional sports, we had to come up with shit that you wouldn't be interested in, sir.
Right.
I mean, half of these were probably invented by Hitler after Jesse Owens won.
Once we get niggas into cheese rolling, it's over for everybody.
That might be my favorite random one.
Oh shit.
Oh man, that's incredible. All right. So do you want to jump into this since we're already kind of on the topic? So
yeah, we already rolling.
What did you learn about cheese rolling?
I mean, I had seen it before. I just didn't know that they actually like televised it. Like, don't get me wrong. I imagine like somewhere in Dublin, Ireland, on the equivalent of the WOSU, at 12 o'clock noon on a Thursday evening or Thursday afternoon, they got the competitions going. And the thing about it is everybody in Dublin is upset at the fact that they air it during work hours.
Right, because everybody wants to watch it.
Right.
So this is actually Gloucester, England.
Okay.
A yearly cheese rolling event is held. It's actually a race in which people try to win a cheese.
The winner gets cheese.
The winner gets the cheese, yes.
Gets the cheese that was rolled down the hill?
Which doesn't sound like it would be appetizing, but so it says a big cheese is rolled off the hill. 1 second after that, people run after it. The first to cross the finish line at the bottom of the hill wins the cheese. Fairly simple, right? It's just that cheese can reach up to speeds up to 70 miles per hour, and there's no real way to catch it. They even use fake cheese now to avoid injuries to people standing at the bottom of the hill. And this is courtesy of StadiumFreak.com. Let me cite my sources.
Kickball, bouncy pitching logs of cheese at 70 miles per hour. I can only imagine the devastation that took place at the bottom of the hill. I know kids got injured. I know for a fact.
And obviously this has to happen in England, because if it happened in Ireland, it would be a potato.
I don't know. Points. I'll give you points.
Thank you.
I don't know that there is a potato large enough
that would roll that fast. I don't know. I'm sure there's some world-class potatoes out there that.
And a potato might be too easy because it's like there's no, like it's not.
It's not a wheel. Right. It's not a wheel, so it's not going to roll effectively.
You could get a horizontal flip and that motherfucker just stick straight in the ground and somebody's going home with a potato.
The giant potato.
That has to be the most trifling shit that I've ever heard.
Oh, you think that's trifling?
You rolled your check. My prize is the cheese that you just rolled through all of this shit at 70 miles per hour.
And now it's fake cheese. So maybe you get real cheese now. Maybe they give you a different real cheese.
I'm glad that they came to listen. They didn't come to fake cheese for sanitary reasons.
Right. It was safety.
They were like, we're decapitating the audience at the bottom of the hill. We need a foam cheese.
The problem that they had with the foam cheese and why it had to go into something a little more solid was that the foam cheese didn't reach speeds of up to 70 miles per hour.
Right. And it wasn't fun or entertaining the impact of such at the bottom of the hill.
So now it's like memory foam, I'm sure. That if it hits, it kind of absorbs and changes shape.
I kind of want to tune in Thursday at
noon to check out the cheese racing. All right. Well, if cheese racing isn't your thing, or cheese rolling, I'm sorry, isn't your thing, what about toe wrestling?
I saw that. I don't know how that works. I don't know. I don't quite understand. I would have to see a match, like a toe wrestling match.
I've got a video up right now. And what it looks like is they're interlocking their toes, their big toes. So, like, your big toe is between, like,
I
It's
told
weird.
you it was porn involved.
And it looks like a tap out situation. Like,
So you're just
so their feet are
squeezing
like
toes.
this, and it's trying to like tilt it almost like arm wrestling, but feet don't rotate that way.
But wait a second, though. I don't understand.
And it's like they lock their toes, but and then the goal is to like move the foot to like these boards. So it's almost like a combination of thumb wrestling and arm wrestling, is what it seems like.
But you don't have the same joints in your toes.
No, I agree. But which is why it's just locking the toes and just trying to push. Really, it's your whole leg. It's not just your toe. Is what it seems like. Like you're trying to rotate your leg.
Right.
And it says both men and women enjoy this sport.
Yeah. Foot fetish motherfuckers.
I mean, I'm not saying that if you were to go to Pornhub and look up toe wrestling that it would be there. But I'm
sure
also
they have
not saying
you hear me?
that it would.
I couldn't. You know what? I don't know. First of all, take this however you'd like to. I don't know how I'd feel. I don't know how I would feel in an MMA match.
If somebody's foot was just like
If
groping on yours,
our toes in her, I might have to, with no injury at all, have to call the fight. Like, you know what? I'm just not feeling comfortable.
It's not for me, dog. It's not for me.
I'm pretty uncomfortable. He got it. He won.
He won. We're gonna pass on this.
I'm not in
Hard
that.
pass.
That seems pretty intimate on the low. You're interlocking toes. Like that has to be one thing that God was like, these niggas will never interlock toes. And then he pulled up YouTube, like these niggas got toe wrestling. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Nobody ever thought, I guess, well, I mean, you know, there's people without arms, but it would have to be two people without arms, and they would have to really love each other.
Yeah.
to be hopping down
to be pushing toes.
one leg, holding each other's toes or feet.
Oh man. I don't know what to say about that. All right, well, moving on. What about chess boxing? This one feels like it's in your wheelhouse.
I don't know.
Did you see that one?
No, I didn't look at it.
So,
and I feel like it's dumb.
My assumption here is that it's boxing, but instead of like taking a break between rounds, you have to go make a chess move. Although it says it's played in 11 rounds, so maybe it's how many ever moves you can get in between rounds. I don't know. I can't imagine it's like box, take a move, box, take a move. It feels like it would have to be done like one then the other, back and forth.
See, I think that you're incorporating the game of chess into the sport, whereas when I saw that as a title, I automatically assumed that somebody created this sport that wasn't fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want a situation where you get to hit me without me doing anything in return.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe.
No counter, no block, no, you know, like you made a move, you took my pawn, so I took it as now you get like an open shot on me somewhere type shit. And the winner is the last man standing or whoever wins the chess game.
So, and I think that's what it is. I think it's, so what it says is beating each other over the head and then using that head to outsmart your opponent during a round of chess. It's essentially what chess boxing is. It's a hybrid sport combining two sports, boxing and chess. While I do think chess is competitive, I do not think chess is a sport. It's played in 11 rounds and is particularly popular in, no surprise, Germany and Russia. That feels very Russian to me. The whole idea feels very Russian to me.
It's just dumb. Like, what's the point? Like, what is the point? Like, I guess it's like one of those, you know, spin around on a baseball bat
kind of things. Yeah.
Try to hit a homer, but it's like why boxing? And then how long do I have in between chess. Like, can I end the fight before chess even begins?
Right. No, I'm with
Because
you.
you
I
want
think
me
we.
punch drunk before I start playing chess. So I would imagine you're giving me at least a minute, 2
Well,
minutes
that's where I think it's
before.
a round. I think it's a round. I think it's back and forth of 11 rounds.
So 3 minutes. I get 3 minutes. Then we play chess.
I think you get 3 minutes and you get 3 minutes of chess. And then you get 3 minutes where like you're timed on your chess moves. I don't know. I'm not saying that I would be a huge fan, but I'd watch one match just to see what it's all about.
I mean, I would definitely play chess to get an extra break in between
Between
rounds. Like
the
if
boxing part, yeah.
you know,
I
like
hear you.
instead of a minute, you're giving me 3 minutes to play. Sure.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Or
right.
if I don't feel like playing chess that day, I'm gonna throw everything I
I'm
have. I
swinging
have
for the
3 minutes to breathe. I would be Biggie Smalls over a chessboard. Do you hear me?
Thanks. Oh man.
And you can't beat me. I'm sure it is people that can beat you in 3 minutes. But whoever created that game, what they don't realize is that boxing is already chess.
I agree with you on that.
You know,
There's certainly strategy involved.
by you doing a boxing chess hybrid, you've basically minimized boxing to just thinking it's two people punching each other. That's not at all the case.
I agree with you.
I mean, it may look that way to the untrained eye, but if you're doing it right, you might not be but 3 punches landed in a round.
That's true. All right, I'm done with this one. Moving on. The Lumberjack World Championship. Now this one
I've seen that and I've watched it.
This is one I could get behind. It reminds me of the what is it? The not the I want to say it's the Scotland Games, but that's not it. It's the why am I blanking on it? The
This used to be on
Highland
ESPN
Games.
too.
Yes.
I don't know nothing about the Highland Games. Is that what it was called?
Yeah. But the Lumberjack Championship involves sawing, chopping, log rolling, and climbing, which it's all very
y'all got that.
Very useful shit. I like that.
Y'all got that. Y'all ain't this ain't the cheese rolling now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got that.
You know what the problem is that in that field, though, especially these days, I'm sure we're losing to the Mexicans.
You know what? You might be right.
Like, if you ever seen a Mexican climb a tree and just fucking
barefoot
chop it down?
Nah, that's the ones in the palm trees, the coconut guys.
So
they be on that bitch barefoot with a rag tied around their back. You know what I'm talking
about? No doubt. Nah, man, I've seen it. I've seen them scale the tree, no harness, no nothing.
Right.
With the chainsaw in hand,
they got a little rag tied around their feet and their back, and they basically reverse repelling on these hoes is what they're doing. No doubt. They're reverse repelling.
Fucking scurrying right up there. Man, props to him.
Shit, more than the fuck.
All right, the next one we talked about cheese rolling, hot dog eating. That one's old news.
Yeah,
all
right. Whatever the lumberjack shit y'all got. Y'all got the beard for it, the plaid for it. Y'all got that. Now, if it was like railroad laying, I don't know, maybe another King John Henry.
I mean, here's the thing though. To your point though, I have to say that pounding in railroad spikes is very akin to chopping wood.
Right, but it's not the same.
Motion. It's the same motion.
It's not the same, though.
It is
the same motion.
You're using a sledgehammer versus an axe. It's the same thing.
It's not the same, though. I feel like you have to be trained on that because you're not going to get I don't care if you are John Henry, you're not going to get every axe through a clean piece of wood. If you get that bitch stuck deep enough, you gonna be there for a while trying to get that motherfucker out if you ain't never.
That's where you're wrong, because I think with the professional ones that they do, that axe gets stuck, they're picking the whole fucking log up and coming back down with it.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that.
Yeah, I have too.
So,
but I feel like that comes with training as well.
That's fair. That's fair. I think it does. So the one that started this whole thing this week, hobby horsing, where people ride around on a hobby horse and act like they're in a horse competition.
They pulled a Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers?
Uh-huh. And you know what?
I'm sorry, and I'm not saying that every person who does this is. You got to be kind of have special needs to do the hobby horsing.
I wasn't going to go that far, but I was going to request wellness checks.
Like all of these people,
you're an adult, you're a grown woman on the back of a broomstick with a horse head on it.
Everybody who competes in hobby horsing, I'm sure, had an IEP in school.
What's that? What is that?
An individual education plan.
Oh no! Oh no!
Just saying. That is
listen.
That is too much. Like I could even get behind like people who want to go out there and play Quidditch, right? Like or put a broom between their legs and run around. Like I understand
that makes more sense, right?
That makes more sense to me.
That makes more sense than
because it's like a team sport. Like
right,
it's basically like a combination of handball and soccer. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm sure there's a level of skill involved in hobby horsing, but really it's just about your footwork. Whoever has the meanest skip game, like
do you think people who do hobby horsing, do you think they do the quick foot ladders and like plyometrics and stuff so that they can jump over those little rails?
I guarantee they do it with their horse in between their legs. And the horse is like ankle weights. It's staying in between their legs throughout training.
Do you think they're holding it there, or do you think they just squeeze their legs together and keep it there and like that's part of the training?
I don't know, but all I'm saying, I don't know what their method is. I'm just saying, I don't know. I feel like it would have been you'd have been better off having like kids do it. Like young toddler type kids do it, but making them like run a course like you do the dogs. Like that would make more sense to me, even though
like kids do the dog course,
right? Like their parents are out there and they're. I mean, isn't
that with like the kids version of Ninja Warrior?
Is that? Do they have that? Do they have?
They have a children's Ninja Warrior.
But how old though?
Like
I need specific ages.
Anywhere from 6 to 13. It's different divisions.
See, I'm not. That's a little too old for me. I want like
3-year-olds.
Yeah, or a year and a half. You know, like just getting their
able to walk.
Right, getting their bearings to get. Because that's impressive. You have a year and a half year old just running through that motherfucker, and it doesn't have to be nothing crazy. You know, they go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Right.
Put some ball pits on either side.
They gotta crawl through the ball pits. They gotta crawl through a tunnel.
You know, all that.
They gotta push through like the hanging punching bags.
As much as this country exploits children, I don't see why. I don't see why we don't have something like that. Like these motherfuckers, like we got. Fuck it. We got police officers involved in sex trafficking rings, and motherfuckers don't have a TV show with kids. Just not even like not getting fucked up, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's.
I agree.
Instagram pages.
I see where you're going, and I tell you what. I bet you those kids become athletes later in life.
You hear what I'm saying? You understand?
I do. I get it. I'm with you.
Either that or like psychiatrists.
Right. Like, and here's how you deal with trauma.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, like, you motherfuckers exploit kids every which way. You had Drew Barrymore in the parties at 10 doing cocaine, baby. I know you ain't worried about a kid that's going to do that. That would be their dream anyway.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, that is
like you
their...
said, it's basically taking them to Chuck E. Cheese. It's just they have to make it from one end to the other.
Now, the only thing about it is you know how these fucking parents are.
Right.
They would be working them kids to death. You hear what I'm saying? You already see it in the little pageants.
Damn it,
shit.
Timmy! Timmy! All you had to do was crawl through the fucking ball pit!
Right, right. And this nigga ain't even talking yet.
Right. He can't even talk back. He's just looking at him like, huh?
Right. But I mean, even still, I'm still shocked. I'm shocked. Like, I know that we're like at a what's the proper word for it? We're at a more gentle era of society currently.
I think we're circling back. I think we're circling
We're starting
back.
to, but it's still pretty gentle.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand. Like, there's so much other shit, right? Why can't we?
I agree. I'm here for toddler edition Ninja Warrior.
You hear me? The motherfuckers got trainer shoes on still.
They're all wearing Crocs.
The show have to be 3 hours long.
Don't worry. It's in sport mode though.
It's gonna take them 15 minutes to get through the whole
ball pit.
Motherfuckers go out to stop for snacks and shit.
They need a juice box halfway.
Right. Man, I'm watching though.
All right, here's the next one for you. Shin kicking. It's exactly what it sounds like. Two people kick each other's shins until one falls.
Till one falls?
Yeah, until one hits the deck.
Now, I imagine that there's a specific like technique or launch area, because if you could kick like sideways, like an MMA fighter, that's over on whoever takes the first kick.
Right. Although, if you know, yeah, that's true. So I'm wondering if you have to hit it
like straight on the tip of your toe,
or roundhouse maybe. Like, I feel like it's got to be like a hip twist thing.
I feel like if you do that, you got to think.
And is it alternating or is it free for all?
I'm sure it's alternating. But you got to think. I
don't know that it could be alternating though, because then, like, if somebody gets more strikes than you got, how do you handle that situation? You know what I mean? Like, it feels like
why would they get more strikes than you if it was alternating?
Well, let's say they take you down, but they had one more strike than you did.
Oh, you're looking at it like a fight, like an MMA match.
Yeah.
Well, how could I take you down and hope you stay down?
MMA fighters know how to like block like or leg kicks or whatever. So I don't know.
Yeah, I can't see it being a fight involving shin kicking.
You're thinking of it like what is it? The slap competition.
Right.
Yeah, you're probably right. Although it says it's described as an English form of martial art resembling judo, which makes me think that it's not. That it is. So
you gotta flip a nigga on their back and then run around to their legs while they're still laying on the ground to get a shin kick in.
So all right. So I've got a picture of it. I don't have a video, but I have a picture, and they're grappled like judo. So I'm betting it's like whoever can get. They're grappling.
So it's a hockey fight, but you're using your legs. Well, that makes sense because if you're grappling, you can't roundhouse a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the right fighter to a stationary leg, that's a break every time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. Even MMA, you have to check those kicks to keep your leg. And a lot of people break their leg even checking the kick.
Yeah.
So that makes more sense. Holding shoulder to shoulder, limits the torque you get on the
can
kick.
get, yeah. So it's almost at that point like judo trips.
Right.
Or jujitsu
Okay,
trips.
that makes more sense to me.
All right. The next one. Wife carrying.
Are you disqualified if you drop them?
I think so.
Or do you just pick them back up? Because I noticed that they're over the shoulder.
Right.
Like firemen's carry.
Some of them looks kind of piggybackish. But they also say that the rules have changed over the years. So maybe it's a specific carry, or maybe like there are certain carries that are allowed or not allowed, and then it's basically just a foot race.
Right. Is it obstacles or is it just like
It seems like it's just a straight race, so it's like a specified distance.
Hop on the shoulders.
Right.
That would be the easiest way to get it done.
I think a fireman's carry is the easiest.
Over shoulders?
Across the shoulders.
But see, I feel like if you're on my shoulders for the most part, and you're doing a job of balancing on your own, like leaning forward, like against, I can use my arms still. I can pump. You can't pump when you're stuck like this, carrying her by the waist and the shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I still think for me, I think I'm going fireman's carry. I think my legs are better off if I know I'm in control here and stable.
Hop on the shoulders.
See, I feel like that's all bad. I feel like that is guaranteed fall.
I don't know. I got a lower center of gravity.
Well, neither of us have wives, so I guess we don't have to worry about it.
Right. And I mean, how many times can I drop them before you get disqualified?
Right.
I might have just joined the competition and drop you a few times.
Is it like a 10-second penalty? Is it like a runoff if you drop them?
They're gonna be like, your time was 5 minutes and everybody else finished in 59 seconds.
Let's see. Extreme ironing. Giant pumpkin kayaking.
I've seen this before too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I've seen that before. Extreme ironing, that was I don't know, like, are they just ironing in crazy places?
Exactly. It doesn't seem like it's actual competition, but because I don't understand. Let's see.
That was some old dude wanted to get rid of his wife.
Extreme sport. Let's see. Well, some people believe it could be fun if you can only find a crazy place to do it. Mountaintops, wild rivers, on top of apartment buildings. Yes, even while skydiving, you name it. It's dangerous, it's fun, and it gives you a nicely pressed shirt. It's extreme ironing.
Yeah, that was some that came out like in the 50s. How do you even figure out that somebody's good at extreme ironing?
I mean, I guess you have to try it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a house full of motherfuckers and you gotta
find weird places to be able to put up.
Right. And he saw his wife balancing on a window ledge, ironing over sleeping kids on the living room floor.
You're completely horizontal, like leaning
there.
over the stairwell.
Right. She's doing the splits like John, what's his name? John Claude Van Damme.
I bet you Van Damme would probably do that sport. It is prime, anyways. Oh,
ironing is wild.
Let's see. Unicycle hockey. It's just hockey on a unicycle.
Right.
Let's see.
Is it on ice?
No, it's on like a gym. It's like floor hockey.
I was about to say that would make it a lot more interesting if it was on ice.
Oh shit. Here's one for you. Competitive worm charming.
I know, I saw that.
This
Like, I
feels
don't
like
know.
this would be on Pornhub as well.
And it would be an ad for pills up at the top.
Try roast marks. Try Blue Chew. Try.
Oh shit.
But
Oh shit. I don't even how you charm a worm.
I don't know. It just says you get as many worms out of the ground as possible. So I don't know if you're like. It looks like they're using sticks or something to dig them up, which seems like cheating. I thought it was like playing the flute for the snakes.
I don't think worms. I've never seen a worm stand up.
No, I don't know. I've seen them crawl out of the ground before. Usually when it's wet.
But I mean, have you ever seen them like groundhog it?
No, I've not.
You know, like the Loch Ness monster, like it just comes out the ground and it only bends its head down like a swan. Do they have that kind of dexterity? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so. I don't feel like they have that kind of strength. Although they do burrow, so they've got to be strong enough. I don't know.
If I seen a worm standing straight up, I'm running.
I just got a text. Great. Now I have to add Worm Charmer to my profile.
Oh man.
Man, oh man. That you are. Yeah. That you are. All right.
You're either good at it or you're not, I suppose.
Log rolling's a good one. I like log rolling.
I don't even know what that is.
That's where two people stand on a log in water, and the goal is to get one to fall off.
Mm-hmm.
That one feels legit. I like that one as a sport.
Asian community got a lock on that.
Yeah, you think so?
I think that's the one I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was that old man. And I also seen that old look like he was like a what do they call it? Like over like a Eastern European dude that did the bridge jumping.
Gotcha. Parkour type stuff.
Nah, you know the bridge where they rock the bridge back and forth.
Oh yeah. I got
it in the middle, and whoever falls off first.
Yeah.
So yeah, Olympic obscure sports championship is Eastern European and Asian, and they got to be top of
the log rolling. But on the to your point, the bridge swing. I feel like that's got to be some little girl from the hood that learned double dutch.
I mean, that could be the issue. The issue is that we don't have the resources to get
the bridge.
We don't have the resources to be able to.
So they would never know. But, which is why we invented it as that and not just jump rope. Because jump rope.
Right, because like, double dutch was already unlocked.
The kids already in the hood already won that. So we've got to take it to a level where no one can afford the equipment. You know, that's what I used to say about American football. Soccer is the most popular sport in underdeveloped countries because it doesn't require anything.
Right. You don't even need a ball. You hear what I'm saying? Right. You can make your ball.
Right. Whereas American football is not played anywhere else because it's so fucking expensive because of the equipment, which you can make the same argument for hockey.
That's why everywhere else plays rugby.
Right. No pads.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Cycle ball. That's just like soccer on on bicycles. Pumpkin chucking.
That's like the dwarf throwing.
Yeah, right. You're gonna have to toss me.
That's what I was thinking too. That's what I was thinking too. It had to have come. That has to be an ancient sport from way back in the day. And there had to have been like a Viking raid that was going on, and a little dude who was a little too courageous that ran in there thinking he was going to help out, and the dude just picked them up and threw them, and they was like, damn, that motherfucker tossed that dwarf. And then another dude was like, nah, I can throw him farther. And then they just got to tossing this little bastard back. I'm telling you, that's how it had to have, because why a dwarf? And I guarantee you the first one wasn't consenting. Like, yeah, I'll be the ball in this scenario.
That was like the original dodgeball where they were cutting off prisoners' heads and throwing them at people.
Mm-hmm.
Same idea.
Mm-hmm.
See, I like to think that little person was, to your point, a great warrior, and I think before the first time he got tossed, he took out a bunch of like tendons in the back of the knee.
Oh yeah, he was ready for something.
And then he finally got caught and thrown, and then he came back. And so the next guy was like, get out of my face.
Nah, they went and got him. That little motherfucker was stuck in a tree on the first throw. And he was like, they was throwing rocks up there and trying to knock him down. And then he ripped off his shirt and tied it around his feet, and he repelled up to get a coconut.
Right.
Started Donkey Kong in them hoes.
Oh man, let's see.
Pumpkin was what it changed to when they were like, "Oh, we can't throw dwarves anymore. Oh, we can't use the word dwarf anymore. Oh, well, we'll just throw pumpkins."
Oh, now. Here's one that I remember, and it was on. I feel like it was on TV for a while. Slam ball.
The trampoline basketball. I feel like they brought that back.
Right? Did they recently? Like, I remember this being on the air like when we were growing up. I feel like I was in high school.
I think it's on now, but it's not on TV anymore. I think it's like a YouTube channel or something.
Interesting. No, that feels legit, but every time I look at it or think about it, my knees hurt.
Yeah, man. I mean,
shit is wild.
I just don't understand. Like, I mean, it's the going up for a dunk with contact,
right?
For me,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the trampolines aren't like the entire court. It's like right in front of the in front of the basket only.
But to be fair, I think only a dwarf would get tossed
into
the hardwood. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody's getting knocked past the trampoline. Because remember, it was like 4 trampolines.
Yeah, right.
It was the one under the rim, the two on the outside, and the one
up at the top of the key.
Or there might have been 2 up the top. Either way, it was well
guarded. You're right.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right. Let's see. Caber tossing. That's the big log, and you run forward with it, and. Ugh.
Oh, like the tall one?
Yeah, the tall one.
Okay.
That one's been in strongman competitions and that stuff. That's also part of the Highland Games.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Bubble football, and it's just bubble soccer.
What is that?
Where you've literally got like a bubble around you, like one of those big,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like the ones where the people run and
Yep. Let's see. Underwater rugby. That feels like a more violent version of water polo. Bog snorkeling, wheelbarrow racing. I don't know. Those seem all pretty standard.
Right.
Man versus horse marathon. All right, the Reeds. I know you're out there.
What? Man versus horse
in a marathon?
Like running? How do you? Are they doing distance?
Let's see. The event isn't actually as long as a real marathon, only 22 miles. And apart from 2 times that the weather conditions were really hot, it's usually the horse that wins.
So it's just a straight race.
It's just a straight race.
And y'all worry about black folks?
We had to go.
y'all racing horses for the fuck of it? It's not even a race. They just smack it on the ass to get it started, and then they like time and see if I can beat my best.
Right. Oh man. All right, what about tuna tossing? This is what dwarf tossing turned into.
Tuna tossing like the fish,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure they like mean the whole fish, like
Yes.
not the can.
Trying to throw a tuna fish as far as they can.
How do you measure
I
it?
feel it's distance.
Right, but do
But
they have like
I'm assuming.
somebody in the water?
See,
Or?
I'm thinking. No, I'm assuming these fish are dead because I'm thinking of this like the fish market.
And that does make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking that, but not like the fish market. I was thinking like catch and release, like, and they were just having fun on the release, trying to see who could throw it the farthest. But that does make the most sense. Because I feel like there's no way to measure from a boat. You know what I mean?
Right. Not effectively, anyways.
Right.
Because that thing's moving at that point.
Right.
I mean, I guess you could do it live, but you'd have to have them like in a tank here, and then you're chucking them into the ocean,
Right.
like dropping a marker on like the splash.
And even still, where does the markers gonna?
Right.
That's why I don't understand it. I think they're dead. I think this is a lot more morbid of a sport than we're.
Oh, do you want a morbid sport?
Account. Oh no.
So what about
Give it to me.
Buzkashi? Buzkashi is definitely on the top of the list as being one of the weirdest sports in the world. The reason is very simple. It's played by a group of men on horses rather, and they aim to put a dead goat in the goal of the opponents. No, not a ball, a dead goat. It's played.
What do they use?
A dead goat.
No, but I mean, like, what are they using to, like?
I think they're just literally like grabbing the horns of the goat, or just the neck, and trying to put it in the opponent's goal.
I mean, but like a dead goat would be laying on the ground, so you would have to be like a
reaching over,
right,
leaning and pulling it up. Or two of you have to lean down. You each grab a leg. I don't know.
I mean, that might be interesting to watch. I mean, just interesting, I'll say. I don't agree with the harm of any goats or anything.
Goat fucker!
Oh, shit. I don't believe in the harm of any goats or anything. I feel like you got to be pretty strong to pull that off.
Here's like, what. Right. Because this is a dead animal, and goats aren't like small.
That's what I'm saying, and it's not.
And then, what if it's a baby goat though? That's sad.
I mean, that's like you can replace that with something else, like they've been doing with the dwarves, because a baby goat's just not as. You know what I'm saying? You just ragdolling a stuffed animal around the field.
Like, I feel like that could be done with like a tackling dummy.
Right.
Like a heavy bag or something.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know of anything else.
I actually think it would be more impressive if it was a live goat.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So not only are you fighting the other team, you're fighting this goat that's fighting for its life.
Right. And is it easier to like try to lead it than kill it? Because once it's dead, you're dealing with dead weight here.
Right.
You better be strong.
Right. No doubt.
You can't be running the small lineup at that point. If that's interesting. What where did that come from?
I don't know, but it looks like it's.
Why don't you take a guess based on the name?
Well, It's played in several countries, including Turkey, Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. So
Almost yelled
all
with you
places,
again.
all places where I thought it would be played. However, had that been my guess, I'd have been a racist. There was no winning that. There was no winning that question.
Yeah, that's a catch, isn't it? That's definitely a catch right there,
dude. Do you know that on our little Power Rangers rant last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, every third comment was, "Now I got to know what he was thinking."
Well, tune in, motherfucker.
That's right. You're going to have to check us out live here on the Foolproof Entertainment Network, available on all social media channels.
Yeah, we can't post all the most ignorant shit.
Right.
You gotta dig through the archives.
That'll be the one that goes fucking viral. I can't afford that shit.
And then if it ain't viral enough to pay me, then I don't want the viral.
Right, no doubt. What about here's one for you, pillow fighting.
I've seen that now.
It's a women only sport, and it's semi-professional. That's one I'm sure is also on Pornhub. Yes.
Yeah, no, that's not the one I seen where they got a mouthpiece and shit. And I was always wondering, like, do you get to pick your pillow?
Right. Do you get to are people sliding rocks into these fuckers? Or?
No, I'm sure you have to have like a pillow fighting commission in there.
It's checked in.
Right. Somebody comes in there with a Sharpie and signs your pillow. Like this is fine.
This is legit.
I'm just saying, like, are you going goose feather? You can't go memory foam. It doesn't scrunch where you need it to.
But I feel like once it hits, that shit gets packed, and if you hit them twice quick.
But see, the thing about a good pillow fight, right? And used to be a pro. You want to not be able to
the homies, huh?
You want to not be. It was more of a family thing. You want to not be able to use that pillow again because all of the stuffing is
all just at the one end,
top, right?
That's
so
true.
A lot of those swings aren't for impact. It's to get everything pushed
all
to
onto one side.
End. And then once you got like where you can squeeze half of the pillow and it's all cloth
and not the actual stuffing, yeah.
Now you got it's attack time. And that's when you can knock a motherfucker off their feet.
You're running around like it's a fucking flail. Like,
did you hear what I'm saying? It's a lot of kids got hurt. A lot of kids got hurt. And the fight usually starts with an uncle or something.
Right.
So
no
he's
doubt.
the one that's fucking you up the most.
And at that point, it becomes just about revenge, and you're isolated on one target.
Right. And
either that, or you get tired of it and you pick on the little one.
You don't know how to sew, right? So you can't duck the commission and stuff rocks down in there for the next.
Oh man.
I will watch pillow fighting, I think, depending on. I mean, I almost feel like, nah, I'm not going to say that.
Here's another one for you. Bautaushi. Bautaushi. Sorry, Bautaushi. There are two flags, a big open field, and 150 pumped up Japanese guys in two teams, 75 per team, trying to steal each other's flags. What do you get? A very weird but extremely exciting sport. Strangely enough, through all the chaos, there are actually a lot of strategy used by both teams to avoid their own flag being stolen and to steal the other team's flag. Better grab some popcorn to watch one of these matches.
Is it like fighting?
No, so yes, it's kind of what it looks like. It also looks like these are flags like on flag poles. So like they're literally building pyramids
stacking each other
to get up to these flags, which
I've seen that.
That seems intense.
I have seen that before.
I'm actually more impressed that they can put together a team of 75 to do anything. because you could not get 75 people in the States to do any one thing for one goal.
Oh, I'm sure you could if it was. See, that's a sport that has to be set up, right? Like you got to have those poles up, you got to have the flags on the poles. So I'm sure if you said this is a one-time event that takes place, it would be motherfuckers coming from everywhere
Well,
in the state.
actually, I retract my statement because I know the perfect team that would win this every time. Everybody who was at the January 6th insurrection.
Nah,
With the dude in the Buffalo Bills hat being the one leading the charge up the flagpole.
nah,
The
they not
shaman.
sturdy. They not sturdy enough for all that.
No? All right.
Nah, they ain't sturdy. Whoever's at the bottom of that pyramid is going like Medicaid immediately. You hear what I'm saying? Average age of the insurrection, I'm sure. I'm sure the average age was 53.
3
Yeah, I'm sure there were some 35s
and
and,
some
you know,
20-year-olds.
28s and, right, sprinkled here and there. But make no mistake, it's going to need to be some back alignments if they're competing.
Another one that came up was jousting, which, you know, I have to tell you, I did. So I went to the Renaissance Festival last year, and I actually watched some legit jousting. It's a fun watch. I
I
understand.
bet.
I understand why people did this back then.
I bet it. I bet it was.
It was good times.
I bet it's dangerous. You went to the Renaissance Fair?
Yeah, had a good time.
Where do they hold that at?
About an hour and between here and Cincy. I think it's Wayne County. We should do it sometime. You and I. We should go down. We should do a podcast in the parking lot.
I'm up for new experiences.
Speaking of new experiences, you want to go for another hike this year, Cliff?
I mean, I might not be against that.
We'll see. I've been told I'm no longer allowed to select them. Is what I've been told.
I wasn't braced up though last.
True. So you know now.
Yeah, I left without
Cliff's
my
coming
brace.
with ankle braces, knee braces. He's gonna come with his own walking stick,
a backpack, beer and water.
He's gonna have one of those camelbacks.
With
He's
a
gonna have 2 straws. It's gonna have 2
right.
2 bladders
one for
in
water,
with a straw on each side.
One for beer.
And we're gonna go to the dispensary first.
Right, instead of the last.
Oh man. Let's see.
I'm with it.
Oh. I can't even pronounce this. Pharion, which translates to leaping far. The idea is to use a large pole to cover as much distance as possible. Think pole vault, but instead of trying to go high, you're trying to go far.
Okay. What do they play that into? Sand?
That's my guess. Actually, it looks like it's a crossed water into sand.
Okay.
So you start on like a grassy side with a runway, and then it looks like it finishes
put the
on
pole in the water.
And then exactly. And then it lands on like a sandy beach.
I think I've seen that too.
My man. Cliff is all about Obscure Sports Quarterly.
Yeah, I think I've seen those. Been on Pornhub too much, I suppose.
So that covers off on all the ones that were on this list. You got any other ones to add?
No, the only other one that I saw that I didn't understand at all was bee wearing.
Bee wearing? Where you like have to be covered in bees?
Yeah, it says, hold on, let me see.
Which is crazy because while you're looking that up, I had a friend, actually the same one that texted me about being a worm charmer, send me a video of a bee swarm that her neighbors do make their own honey. And I guess the bees this year like found their own, basically tried to go somewhere to build their own hive, and they had to go capture the queen and bring it back to see if the bees would go into their little honey builder.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was crazy. I saw pictures from it. They had like swarmed on top of the roof of a garage, like hundreds of these things. It's crazy. All right, so what'd you say it was? Bee warrant,
This is
bee
a
wearing.
lot of this is a lot of different ones here. We got cockroach racing.
That feels like a prison game.
Right, doesn't it?
I think I saw that in Orange Is the New Black.
What was the one they had? What is this? This is a baby crying competition.
Where people like pretend to be babies, or where like they make babies cry. That's an intro to to Toddler Ninja Warrior.
So I guess it's trying to stop the babies from crying.
Oh, interesting. A bunch of desperate parents came up with that one.
Either that or they're pinching kids. One of the
Right.
two is
Right.
going on. Like, I don't understand, like, unless you're just bringing your asshole kid there for a stranger that claims that they can put him to sleep. Like,
You have to bring your own baby, and you have to smack the shit out of it.
right, they're pinching kids. I know it. I know it. You don't gotta explain it to me. Here it is. Bee wearing competition. Contestants wearing shorts, glasses, and nose plugs aren't playing beach volleyball or diving into the sea. They're getting ready to attract bees to their body. A rather dangerous bee wearing or bee bearding competition is held in China every year in which the participant that carries the heaviest swarm of bees is declared the victor.
Ooh, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It's not like I'm scared of bees, but I'm not like a big fan of them. Like I understand they're important for the environment and all that.
It says contestants need to bear the bees for an hour on their body. Queen bees are locked in small cages and tied around the contestants' bodies to attract the normal bees. As the clock starts ticking, the swarm of bees sticks to the competitors' bodies, forming a suit made of bees.
How do they get out of this? Yeah, they just take the queen.
Yeah, you're done, bruh. Like, that's one of them things that once you're in it, there is like motherfuckers be like, help. There is none.
You can't
You
do
know,
it.
like we're gonna brush them off, but you gotta wait the process out.
Right.
Like we can just, you
Joe
know what
Rogan.
I'm saying? Like
Joe Rogan. I don't know.
it says,
I don't know if you know this
contestants.
about me. I smoke rocks.
It says contestants need to showcase valor, keep their calm, and draw as many bees as they can. Once time is up, the participants are made to stand on a weighing scale to measure the weight of the bees. More the bees,
Oh, so they
more
basically
the
get
bees on your
weighed.
body, more the chances to win.
So they basically get weighed before, and then they step on, and whatever the delta is the weight of the bees.
I'm assuming.
Interesting. I don't know.
Attracting bees with more weight than you can also make you win. I don't get that. Like if you double your weight,
Right. That's a lot of bees.
man, it has to be done in China. It would have to be done in China. Our overweight asses, even me, like I would damn near, it would damn near, like we would almost be at 400 pounds of bees.
Right.
Well,
Well,
with me and the bees, you know what I'm saying?
obviously, you and I aren't meant to play this one. This is some featherweight shit. Let's see. Bees form beards naturally in the summer when they get hot, so they just form them on the outside of their hives instead of on crazy people. That's from the worm charmer. Thanks, Becky. Oh man. All right, you got any other obscure sports for us, Cliff?
Air guitar competitions. I've seen the beard and mustache championships.
What is that?
You seen that? Like that's like the people that dress up like where the beer fest is, and they put like they make their beards and their
Oh, okay.
mustaches into like different shit. Like I think one of them was like I seen on the Travel Channel or something like that, and he was like dressed as Santa
So it's
Claus, and
like
his
beard
beard,
styling.
yeah, his beard was like a sleigh with like the reindeers on it or
It's
something.
like
And he was,
bodybuilding, but for beards.
yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
I'm jealous of that because mine does not take shape.
World Pancake Racing Championships.
That feels like cheese rolling.
You could race with a pancake. Sounds unusual, right? Pancake racing is part of England's quirky tradition. Of fucking course. However, its
Half of
genesis
these
is
are in
still
England.
shrouded in mystery.
Half
It
of these are
seems
in
to
England.
have multiple origins. The race is conducted to celebrating Lent at the start of Lent, so we just missed the pancake competition. A Christian tradition, and a race was first conducted in 1445. Why do you have to explain what religion started it, sir?
Ah, yes. The same religion that celebrates the rising of their savior with an Easter bunny who lays eggs. Dude, South Park has the best explanation for for the Easter bunny ever. It's that St. Peter was actually a rabbit. It was Peter Rabbit. That's where Peter Rabbit comes from. Props to Matt and Trey on that one.
The World Egg Throwing Championship.
You can't do that now, man. That shit's expensive.
You hear me?
They're burning. That went from a $30,000 event to a $3 million event between last year and this year.
And you throw them at people.
Amazing.
Egg flinging games is what it's called. That might be interesting, though.
They're going to be replacing those with fake eggs now. It's going to be done with water balloons instead.
Yeah, they gonna have to.
Or those plastic eggs.
Now, let me find out. I'm sure they'll synthetic those
Synthetic eggs.
Uh-huh.
I guess it depends on what you're doing with them. But if you're throwing them, maybe they're pouring like those synthetic eggs into a plastic egg, and you throw them in. So you still get the splat effects, but it doesn't cost as much.
You don't want to be able to knock somebody clean out. I guess I suppose you could with an egg too.
If you hit them in the right spot, right angle.
Right.
You got to get them with the point on the temple.
You know, like you don't like you want to throw it like do you want to throw it like a football or a knife? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like put your finger over that tight point, not the fat one, and throw it end over end and hope that the point hits.
Dude, speaking of knives, sorry, transition. I got new ones that are heavy, dude. And they're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing the board this year. I'm not bringing that little target. I'm bringing the axe throwing target.
He trying to step his game up now because he know I'm a motherfucking ninja.
Oh man! All right, you got anything else? Did you want to circle back? Did you have an inadvertent thought that you wanted to cover? Are we done with the obscure sports quarterly?
No, I'll save it actually.
All right.
Because I feel like it's a different.
Is it going to bring the mood down? This has been a fun episode.
Not really bring a mood down by any means. I just think it's a different vibe than what we've been on. So I'll save it.
All right. Well, let's save it for next time. You got anything else you want to chat about tonight?
you gotta check it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been working on that. I've been working on, like I said, speaking to my yang, and you gotta check it sometimes. No. No, I don't. I don't.
Fair enough. All right. Well, this has been a fun show, sir.
I enjoyed myself.
We're gonna have to figure these ones out going forward.
I definitely enjoyed
Random
myself.
lists of shit. All right, man. You got anything for the people?
Love everybody, all that jazz.
Do us a favor, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell them to
Tell
troll.
them to troll.
Check us out on all social media platforms at Foolproof Net. You want to see the clips? Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. You like the show? Do us a favor, subscribe on YouTube and subscribe on Spotify, because Spotify is the best place for us to get monetized. And with all that, peace out, fools.